Hey everyone, it's Shay. Welcome back to the podcast. As you can tell from the title, it is Eurovision, and obviously, you all know that Eurovision 2020 has been cancelled because of the COVID 19, which is obviously devastating for Eurofans like myself. Looking forward to it every year, and if you're a Euro fan, like a dedicated one, like you'd be listening to the songs since probably January, because that's when all the entries all starting to come out and each country being represented, being announced, blah blah blah. And it's not happening, unfortunately. But that doesn't mean we can't listen to the songs and enjoy them. And I have a lot of paper and writing I've done in the past hour and a half, writing who I like and don't really like, unfortunately. And this year I actually don't have that many songs I don't like, which is surprising. I think I've less than 10 this year. Usually it's a lot more in previous years, but it's not that bad, and I'm kind of proud. And of course, we're gonna have a couple of surprises in the show. I guess it's a show, isn't it? Really. I have a couple of Eurofans from my group chat I'm in called the Irish Cousins, who are all dedicated Irish Eurofans. So hey, if you're listening from the group chat, thank you for listening, by the way. And they were really helpful. They've been giving me their info of what they like, who they don't like. So you're gonna get to hear them a little bit later. And I think that's really it. I think we'll just start it, really. So here we go. Okay, so if you haven't seen the Eurovision last year, it was won by the Netherlands, and their winner was Duncan Lawrence with Arcade. And it was going to be in Rotterdam. And the last time the Netherlands won was in 1980, so that's a very long time, by the way, if you think about it. And of course, the Eurovision would have been on May 12th. That was the first semi-final. Second would have been on the 14th, and the grand final on the 16th. The slogan of this year was "Open Up." To be totally honest, I don't really understand why they have a slogan. I don't know. It's always there anyway. And the presenters were Chantal, not Jansen, Jan Smith, who's a boy, not a girl, just letting you know. Eldesala Rambly. I'm just gonna say it now. I'm gonna mispronounce a lot of things in this episode, and I'm really sorry if you're from this country, and I probably destroyed it. But anyway, so I liked majority of all of the first semi-final songs. I only disliked 4, which is usually I have about 6, but I didn't, so that's good. So my favorite songs from countries are Australia, Ireland, Lithuania, Sweden, Russia, Slovenia, Israel, Norway, Malta, Romania, and Cyprus. Not Romania. Yeah, no, Romania. Yeah. I can't even read my own writing, which is great. So the songs from Australia was Don't Break Me. Ireland was Story of My Life. Lithuania on Fire. Sweden, Move. Russia, Uno. Slovenia, Voda. Israel, I can't pronounce it. I don't know what it means either. So Felker, no, I just destroyed that. Norway, Attention. Malta, All My Love. Romania, Alcohol You. I probably got that wrong. Alcohol You? Cyprus and Running, basically, is the song. All these songs are quite different, quite original. Out of them all, most likely who won would have been the Mamas from Sweden, I think. I don't know, like from qualifying, I can't remember. Ireland was stuck in a really good semi-final. All these countries I've listed would have qualified in, and you know, a lot of people were even judging Ireland's entry because it's quite dated. Personally, I'm a dated person anyway. I do listen to music from 2020, but like some of it is absolutely trash. I'm gonna be honest. Just I don't. I'm not gonna say who, but Leslie Roy deserves love, and her song. People keep comparing it like to Kelly Clarkson, Avril Lavigne. You know what? It's her own song and it's her own take, and I love it. And I don't really care what anyone thinks about it. You know, Wacky Blogs. If that's what, yeah. They slanted her song on Easter Sunday. I remember they're doing a jury vote of their own on their YouTube, and a particular person absolutely slated the song, and I think he just had it in for Ireland personally. And I'll be honest with you, you know, the past few years of Ireland's entries, we haven't sent very good ones. But the thing was, the public haven't really voted for a song. I think the last time it was 2013. Was the last time we kind of got a choice to pick our song entries. And ever since RT have been doing it. And I'll be honest with you, last year's song 22 didn't do anything for me. I found it quite boring, and it didn't qualify the final. It didn't do much. So another few other years I haven't really liked them. I think the proper last time I've liked an entry from Ireland was, I mean, Together, but I think the only reason why we qualified in the final was the dancers, and I hope that's not the reason, because the song is a beautiful song with meaning, but I don't know. But you know, Leslie's song, and like, you know what, Leslie has been very dedicated to this. She's been like very active on social media. It's probably the first time I've seen somebody from like Ireland who's representing us in Eurovision very devoted to it. Like everyone, like last year with Sarah, you know, I don't think it went not went. I don't just think she was doing like the way Leslie's doing it. She's going on Instagram. She's talking to other European Eurovision contestant entries, and like doing lives with them and talking to them and getting to know them. And you know, that's the thing we should have done every year anyway. And yeah, Leslie's just putting a standard up for the next entries of Eurovision. Hopefully she'll come back next year with another song. There's no news yet of it, but I hope so, because honestly she is representing us proud, and yeah, we stand her for life. Sweden Move is, I think, would have been probably the number one vote, and as well as with Russia. I mean, the first few songs I heard, like, there was a YouTube channel was like showing the entries of each country that was being announced, like, and they were doing their top 10 or top whatever numbers of songs that were coming in, and every time I heard this song, it was always in it. So Voda from Slovenia, I just hearing the chorus, it made me fall in love with it. Lithuania on Fire is just a dance bop. Even though I can't try. I've been trying to do the dance on TikTok of On Fire, and I'm not doing it very good. My hands can't do the. I don't know what it is. The thing you put your two hands in. It's like a crown, but like a chicken crown. I don't know. Chicken crown. Oh God. I really like Norway's Attention. I heard her perform it on the Eurovision. They're doing home performances now, and just the acoustic version of it made me fall in love with it more. Her vocals are amazing. Malta's vocals, oh my god, banger. Cyprus, I like it. It kind of reminds me of a DJ called Medusa, if anyone knows. Just the beat of it, and just reminds me of their songs recently. Yeah, I don't. I like all those songs, but out of all of them, my favourites would probably be Ireland and Sweden and Russia. Semi-final one dislikes. were Belgium, Ukraine, Azerbaijan, and Croatia. Um, Belgium's Release Me, that's their song. For me, it was a bit too slow, a bit boring. And if it was being performed, I don't know how would they make it interesting. Like from the music video, it gave me like obviously a bit of James Bond vibes. You know, I could hear that song on James Bond, but it was just too slow for me. Ukraine, I can't even pronounce the song because it's Ukrainian. It's the band. I don't know. I just can't get into it. It's obviously folk, electric folk. I think that's the way they're explaining it on their Wikipedia. But the beat's nice in the chorus, but I just don't understand the word because it's in Ukrainian. Azerbaijan, I don't know. In the past few years, I just haven't liked their songs. Last year, I enjoyed it, but I don't know. Obviously, it would have been personally, if it was in semi-final 2, it would probably had a better chance to getting into the final. But like with the first semi-final, it's quite difficult and it would have been really hard to pick. Music video I enjoy, but I just hear a lot of la 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 in the song. That could be just me. And Croatia, I just, particularly, to be honest with you, I don't know I can't even pronounce his name. I can't even pronounce the name of the song because it's in Croatian. I just don't know what he's saying, and if he was able to sing in English, I would understand it. I think I understand people singing in their own native languages, but for the rest of the world and Europe, you know, everyone can sing and understand English a bit more. But yeah, that's the only reason why I didn't like it. Okay, so semi-final 2. So I only had 5 dislikes, and the rest I liked, so that's good. The countries I liked were Austria, Czech Republic, Estonia, Greece, Iceland, Poland, Bulgaria, Switzerland, Albania, Moldova, Serbia, Finland, and Latvia. Right, so, and the ones I didn't like were San Marino, Armenia, Denmark, Georgia, and Portugal. I'll explain why afterwards. So, Austria, it was actually one of the first songs I heard and I put on my playlist very quickly. I just really liked the beat. Czech Republic, same reason I like the beat on that. Estonia, he performed I can't pronounce his name. I'm not gonna try. I'm really bad. I really need to know how to pronounce all these names. But anyway, he did the Eurovision home performance last week of his song What Love Is, and just even that made me be very impressed. Like the production of the song at home was top notch, and he had Alexander Rybak in the background playing the violin, and it's just really beautiful, and it made me fall more in love with the song. Greece, Supergirl, she's also the youngest contestant in the show, I believe. I think she's only 17. As a superhero fan and into comics, like I just like the idea of it. Iceland, okay, we all know it was betted to be the number 1 song to win Eurovision, and I can see why, because it's addictive to listen to, and it's very happy, and I think it's really nice that Dio, I hope I pronounced that right, wrote a song about his future daughter, which is like really cute. Like you never hear a song like that, but I don't, and that's really sweet. And he's coming to Dublin in December with his band, so I don't know if I'm going because of work, and after all this I don't know where my place is, but hopefully I will, fingers crossed. Poland, Empires, it was another song I really liked, from hearing only about 10-15 seconds of it, but then after, because the song wasn't out on Spotify at the time, So I really enjoy it. Bulgaria, that's another song people think is going to win it, and I can see why, because it's beautiful and it's incredible. It is incredible song to listen to, and just the vocals of Victoria are bang on. And a lot of people compare her to Billie Eilish. A lot of people are going to compare each other to different artists, but she is an artist of her own, and she's not like Billie. Even though I am a Billie fan, I'm not going to say that. Switzerland, even though I don't speak French, beautiful. His vocals, oh my god, amazing. I don't know how he does that high pitch. I don't know what's the vocal terms. I'm really sorry. Albania, Fall from the Sky was actually another one of my favorites. Moldova, Prison. To be honest, I wasn't a fan of it first, and I listened to it just before recording this, and it just reminds me of a song that you would hear if you were playing video games, or like League of Legends or Dungeons or whatever PC game, really. I could definitely hear that song in it. Serbia, I didn't like the song at first, be honest. A la Vista. I probably said it wrong. Hasta la Vista. Jeez. I can't even pronounce that right. Jeez. But it reminds me of a Latino artist, Anita. It sounds very similar to one of her songs, so I don't know if I like it like that. Finland, looking back, I wasn't sure first, and then listened to a couple more times, I got into it. So Latvia, Still Breathing. I don't like the music video. I don't know why. I just first I was like, I don't know if I like it, but I do. I do now. So dislike songs. San Marino, Freaky. I don't know. I just don't. I think it's just me. I don't like San Marino's entries. Like, I didn't like last year's entry, and a load of people loved it, and it qualified in the final, and no hate to San Marino. It's not for me. Armenia, Chains I Knew. I just don't like the song. Every time I hear it, I just skip it. I don't like the chorus either. So Denmark. Usually I love Denmark, and Denmark's one of my favourite countries in Eurovision, but the song Say Yes from Ben and Tang, I just don't like it. Why do you have to say yes all the time? I also already a couple, I don't know. I get that vibe from them. And it's not, I'm not like, if they're a couple, that's fine, whatever. I'm not putting that, I'm just messing this up now. Georgia, Take Me As I Am. I don't like it. And Portugal, I'm not even going to pronounce the name. Eliza, the live performance they picked for her to sing, it was not good. The poor girl, she was, I don't know, was she nervous that her vocals wasn't as good? Or it could have been the sound, she couldn't probably hear it. But it wasn't working for her, unfortunately. And they are my semi-final 2. And to the final. Big 5 or 6, I should say. Okay, so top 5. Or I keep saying top 5. It's top 6 because there's 6. Yes, there's 6. Why am I saying 5? Yeah. Okay. So I'm ranking them from bottom to top. Bottom, the UK. James Newman's My Last Breath. I just found it really extremely bland and distasteful and really slow, like too slow. I mean, I know I was saying that Belgium's song was slow, but Belgium's song was actually a little bit more faster than the UK's one. I just don't like it, unfortunately. Spain's Universal. The guy is super handsome. I just have to say that. I also really like his clothes in the music video. Italy. I like the chorus. I just wish I knew what he was saying. Same with Spain. It's in Spanish and Italian. Um, I wish I spoke those languages sometimes. France. It just reminds me of a Disney movie. I like a Disney princess movie. You could hear like, I don't know, Frozen. Don't ask me why. It just reminds me of a Disney movie. The Netherlands. Just the song is like really wholesome and makes my heart swell, and the music video made me a bit choked up. And then obviously number 1 is Germany. Violent Thing. I am obsessed. Obsessed. I am playing the song nearly every single day now. I nearly know all the lyrics off by heart. And yeah, that's the big 6. I think my top 5 would be Germany, Iceland, Bulgaria, Sweden, and who's my other one? Russia? I'm surprised. I don't usually like Russia entries. I don't know why, but the past 2 years they've changed me. So they're my top 5. Who would have won? I don't know. I think it could have been anyone, to be honest. On the Irish Cousins group chat on Twitter, some of the people, I asked who do you think would have won, and here they are. Do you think it would have been Russia, either Bulgaria, Italy, Netherlands, Germany, Denmark, and Malta? Not bad choices, even though I did kind of slam Denmark. But no hate, no hate. So I asked some of my Eurovision friends if they want to be taking part in this podcast episode. Some said yes, and here are some of them who wanted to be involved. And here are their opinions of this year's acts and their favourites.
Hi, I am Guillermo from Spain, and first of all I want to start to talk about the songs I don't like too much from this festival. I would like to start with Spain and Finland. I think they have a problem in common. They don't have strong instrumentals for me. They had a good opportunity of being good ballads for this festival, but I have the sensation there's a lack of strong instrumentals, and also for my country's song, I would say that there's also lack of strong backing vocals for the final. I mean, the final, if you do a great final of a ballad, it gets stuck in your mind. But of course, it was the singer was also the composer of the song, and it was his choice. But I think that's not the best choice you could make. Still. And then I want to talk about Belarus and Cyprus songs, because I have the sensation that they could be in any advert and it wouldn't call your attention. I mean, they are quite generic and quite actual songs that I think they are not related to the festival. It's like just the festival has a special kind of song, and I don't think they fit into that idea of festival. Well, I'm quite weird, I know. Then the songs I like from this festival, the songs I enjoyed, I will start talking about Belgium and Bulgaria, because they mix the orchestra. In the case of Belgium, with a rock ballad, and then Bulgaria, they mixed the orchestra with some electronic stuff, like, I don't know if it could be lo-fi, but still, and I think it's very enjoyable. Then I would like to talk about Iceland and Russia. They get into your mind, and they can never go out of the mind. I mean, they are always sounding. When you hear the song, it repeats in your head, and it's like stuff of always repeating, and it's quite a good point, because they are not quite ballads or any of that. They are just funny. and the read they had is quite enjoyable. Then the UK, for me, it has made a good improvement from the last year, from the last years, in comparison to the work the BBC has done. The BBC has done so well. I only have to congratulate them with James Newman. And then my favorite is Italy. I mean, it's the excellence of the ballads, the Ferrari of the ballads. It's quite a good ballad for me because it has the point of ballad that it's feeling it. He's feeling it. That mix of sentiments, of sensations he wants to give to us. I think Diodato has really reached it. So, well, I would say Italy would be my winner. Thank you.
I'm also going to be reading out some opinions from a couple of people who wanted me to read them out for him. So, for example, I have Matthew. His opinion on this year's Eurovision was, my favourite, this is a quote from what he said, my favourites for this year's Eurovision was Malta, Belgium, Australia and Switzerland. I liked Malta because of its gospel tone, I should say, and its uplifting, happy vibe. I really enjoy Belgium because it has this dark and mysterious vibe paired with emotion that makes it a masterpiece in my opinion. I love Australia because of its message and I can relate to, and it's a great song. I like Switzerland because of its beautiful use of the French language paired with the artist's name I cannot pronounce, Gijon. Let's just leave it there. Amazing vocals. Overall, my winner is definitely Belgium because I think the emotion in the sing is just edges it above my other top four. My least favourite entry this year was Slovenia, as I found that the song almost staged will not be going anywhere, as well as finding it boring. But overall, it's not a bad song. It's just the worst of the best in my opinion. That's Matthew. We also have Connor, and his opinion was, my opinion is that Switzerland would have won the contest. I would say they would have the simple staging as the focus would have been on the voice alone. I think Sweden could have potentially dropped out of the top 10 for the first time in years. As though I love the Mamas, I'm not sure the jury would have ranked them as high as usual. Malta could have been a surprise non-qualifier if the song was weak on stage. Destiny is deserving a better song and does not showcase her vocal at all. And that was his opinion. And we have another audio, and it's from Oren.
Hey everyone. I'd like to begin by thanking Shay for having me on the podcast. I'm going to start off by giving my least favourite entry of Eurovision 2020. I actually have two songs tied for the bottom of my list. I want to give a quick disclaimer saying this has nothing to do against the artist, it's just the songs themselves. The first song I'm going to mention is Fall from the Sky by Aralina Ari for Albania. I really did like the original song Shy, which she had in the national final. I really did like everything in the national final which she had, from the staging to the styling and to the instrumentals of the song. And the fact it was in Albanian was a huge plus because I just adore the Albanian language. So when we got to revamp and everything was pretty much changed, I was left feeling very disappointed. I did try and give the song a chance, but I didn't get the same connection with it as I did to Shy. Don't get me wrong, Aralina delivers the vocals perfectly and stunningly with power, but the song does absolutely nothing for me. It lost the connection for me that it once had, so that's why it's at the bottom of my list. The second song that's at the bottom of my list is K Mama by Benny Cristo. Unlike Fall from the Sky, I never actually liked K Mama. It was my least favourite song for the national selection, and when it got picked, I'm not gonna lie, I was actually furious by it. And when I heard that we were gonna get a revamp, I said I would give it a chance, but after listening to the refab, it makes the song worse in my opinion. It just makes the song very tacky and cheap and sounds like a demo version. So that's why it's at the bottom of my list. So now I'm going to move on to my top 3 of Eurovision 2020. In my third place this year, it's Switzerland. It's entry with Réponds Moi by John Teard. In my opinion, this is 100% one of the best songs we had this year. John's vocals in this song are phenomenal. It gives me chills every single time. I also believe by the time we got to Rotterdam and saw the staging, I believe they would have staged this thoughtfully and meaningfully, like the music video. I feel like this could have ended up being a televote winner, in my opinion. I'm also very upset by the fact that we're not going to see this on stage, because I do believe John could have given Switzerland the third victory of the contest in Eurovision. So I'm happy that he's coming back next year, but I don't know will he be able to deliver the same quality material as he did with Réponds Moi. Okay, so now on to my runner-up this year, and my runner-up this year belongs to Bulgaria and Tears Getting Sober by Victoria. This song is hands down the most beautiful ballad of the year, and I'm not ashamed to say that I actually cried the first time listening to this song. I'm not an emotional person, but I also had the same reaction to Arcade from last year by Duncan Lawrence, and that ended up winning. Also, after watching her Eurovision home concert, that only gave me more confidence by the fact she was our winner of 2020. The song is beautiful, emotional, and impactful. I also feel very bad by the fact that she really wanted to send the song to Eurovision next year and that she isn't allowed to. But I have more confidence in her and the symphonic team that they deliver Bulgaria their first victory of the contest, because it's long overdue. Even though I love the song so much, there's one song that pips it for me, and that song belongs to Malta. When I found out Malta was sending Destiny to Eurovision, we all knew it was going to be something epic, and I wasn't disappointed by it one bit at all. Destiny slays the vocals on the song. She delivers it with some power, and the instrumentals of the song only makes the song better. I cannot fault this whatsoever. I do think Malta would have won the jury this year, and I also do think that Malta could have potentially won the whole contest with Destiny. I know people have their doubts with Malta winning because of the televote in previous years, but based on me viewing online polls and seeing her constantly being ranked high, I do believe that she could have maybe ended up second or third with the televote. I do believe Malta would have been a worthy winner. We all know that they would have delivered on stage. We all know Destiny would have delivered vocally live. So I cannot find any reason of knocking Malta down this year. Yes, I know people don't like the song, but no one can deny Malta is serving us 100% quality, and they deserve to be rewarded. After robbing Michaela last year and Chameleon with the televote score, Malta was coming back with vengeance with Destiny, and I do believe that Destiny would have topped Michaela's score, and she would have been a worthy winner of this year. I'm very upset that we won't get to see All of My Love live on stage, but I do have confidence if Malta sends Destiny next year that they'd be getting their first ever victory of Eurovision, and it'd be well deserved because Destiny and Malta are amazing. I mean, I don't know how to compliment Malta any more than I already have right here, right now. So we just need to reward Malta their first victory, and by God, would it be truly deserved with Destiny. And also, I really want her to be the first winner of Junior Eurovision and the big Eurovision.
Thank you, boys, for sending in your opinions. You are also the first people to be involved with the podcast, so yay! I feel so happy. Yeah, so I think my winner now would probably be Germany, because I played our Ben's song non-stop. First off, I think I play it nearly at least 3 or 4 times a day. So yeah, that's my winner. I actually recorded my favorites and least favorites on a Monday, and today's Friday, so this episode will be out tomorrow, which is Saturday, hopefully, or Sunday. I don't know, if it depends on my internet, really. I forgot a country somehow, so if anyone's wondering, I did forget to put in my opinion of You from Basil. I don't know how I forgot him. Somehow I did, and I feel stupid about that. So I'm sorry. I like the song, I guess. It's not one of my least favorites. It's in between. So we'll leave it at that. So thank you all for listening, and thank you to the boys already for volunteering to be in this episode. I am going to be doing another podcast episode hopefully next week. I have a couple of things that I have to do beside the podcast. I have a couple of college work still to finish off before college is officially finished. So once that's all done, I will be free to do more podcasts. I have done a poll, so I know what my next few podcast episodes will be, so that's good. You can now also follow the podcast on Twitter. I'm not potentially sure if I'm going to make an Instagram account, because I don't think that's going to work out. Maybe it will. I only have 18 followers on my Twitter. I think Twitter's not a good platform to use, but I tried it anyway. You can follow me on Shay Spills Pod on Twitter. Thank you for listening. Stay safe in this still a strange world. A lot of people unfortunately are in hospital, and hopefully they will get better from this virus, and we're all in this together, like High School Musical would say. And thank you to our nurses and doctors in the HSC here in Ireland, and of course in the NHS, yes, in the UK and everywhere in the world. You are our real heroes. So thank you guys for listening. Stay safe. I'll see you guys all soon, hopefully next week, and see you all later. Bye.